Welcome to the Stock Workout, where we flex on the market to make gains. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Torchlight Energy Resources, ticker symbol TRCH. Now, as we all know, this company has been red hot this week. They've announced their merger with Metamaterials. For those of you who don't know, Torchlight Energy Resources is an energy company that engages in the exploration of oil and gas. Torchlight has some assets that they are going to be offloading prior to their merger with Metamaterials. Metamaterials is an advanced materials company. Now, why has Torchlight been running up? We're going to take a look at that. Then we're going to do a little bit of technical analysis. It's been a red hot stock. It has gone into overbought territory and gone into oversold territory at certain points. So we're going to take a look at this. To start off with, Torchlight Energy is rocketing higher. Let's find out why. So shares of Torchlight Energy Resources surged 41.6% to close at $5.07 on June the 15th. Torchlight Energy is an oil and gas exploration and production company with a market cap of approximately 950 million. Over the past month, the stock has skyrocketed over 135% and is up a whopping 1,107% over the past year. So then it goes on to say reasons for the spike in the share price. Torchlight has been one of the most mentioned stocks on StockTwits recently, and that enthusiasm among the traders appears to be sending its price higher. On June the 14th, Torchlight announced a special dividend of Series A preferred stock, which would be issued on a 1-for-1 basis to common shareholders of record as of June the 24th. On June the 11th, Torchlight announced that the merger with the maker of advanced materials, Metamaterial, has been approved by Torchlight shareholders. Per the deal, Metamaterial shareholders are expected to own 75% of the combined company, while Torchlight shareholders will hold the remaining 25%. The Metamaterial deal is expected to close before the end of this month. These reasons seem to have charmed investors and have contributed to the surge in the share price. So that is the reason why we are seeing this surge. Now, the merger between Torchlight and Metamaterials has been going on for quite a while. Myself personally, I've been invested in this since around January, February time, waiting for this merger to come through, and finally it has. Now, one thing nobody expected was this dividend that is supposedly going to be paid out for Torchlight's shareholders. For you to be eligible for this dividend, you need to hold this stock from the 22nd of June. So you need to hold it from the 22nd and you need to hold it through to the 24th of June for you to be paid out the dividend. Now, the dividend has been estimated anywhere between $1 to $20. It depends on how much their assets are offloaded for. Let me know in the description how much you think we are going to get paid for this dividend, because I've seen many different calculations from many different people. Some people are very bullish on it, some people are very bearish on it. So let me know what your opinion is. Drop it in the description down below how much you think we're going to get paid for this dividend. So from a technical perspective now, let's take a look at it. The charts. So on the charts, I've got the 21-day EMA pulled up alongside the 50, 100 and 200-day moving average. I have the volume and the RSI. So let's start off with volume. Volume is at 183 million and the average volume in the last 10 days has been 51 million. So we are over triple the average volume. Very, very high volume since that merger has been announced, and especially that dividend, special dividend payment. Now I've got the hourly chart here, and as you can see, that 21-day EMA is trading above all three moving averages, which shows bullish sentiment. However, if we take a look at the RSI, and when we're talking about the RSI, anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. We entered really high overbought territory at around 89. And then we had a correction. So when we were up here at 89, volume was really high. We saw highs of $6, and when that RSI came back down, and it was bound to because we were in overbought territory, we saw that price decrease all the way down to around $4.73. But a lot of people are picking up this stock, one, for its dividend payment, and number two, because the new company that will be formed from Torchlight and Metamaterials merger, The new company that's going to be formed, Torchlight shareholders get one. So for each share they hold of Torchlight Energy Resources currently, they will be given one share of the new company. Now, Metamaterials, for one share of one share that people hold of Metamaterials, they will be awarded 3.6 shares of the new company, I believe. Now, I've read different things. Some people say 3, some people say 3.6. But it is in their filings, so if you wanna see the difference between 3 and 3.6, you can take a look at their filings. But that they will be awarded that of the new company. So Torchlight really is a winner. You're going to get paid a special dividend, and then you're going to get an equal number of shares in the new company. So that's brilliant to see. So even with this stock coming back down, the next day it just gapped up again. Now it's gapped up 1, 2, 3 times. It's gapped up. In the post market now, the price has come down to $5.72. Only about 10 minutes ago, this was $6.18, I believe it was. It closed today at $5.99, up 18% for the day. Now, if we take a look how much it's ran up from where it started before it gapped up all the way to its high. So its high comes in at 117% in the space of 3 trading days. So where the price is now, even in the after hours, it comes in at 83%. So it has been rising really fast, and the RSI has been running red hot. With the sell-off, it does come down and then it picks back up again. Now, when the RSI sold off and the price came down to here $4.75, when the RSI went back up to the overbought territory at 74, 75-ish, the price increased all the way to $6.72. So it is pushing higher highs and higher lows. As you can see here, we have a series of higher highs and we are setting higher lows. So this is heading in the right direction. Now, it is going to be very volatile coming up to that date of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, even the 25th, because once people get paid out their dividend, the special dividend, once it's confirmed how much it is, you may see a lot of volatility coming into and coming out of them dates, the 22nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You might see a lot of volatility. Now, with people picking up more shares, you are obviously going to see the RSI go up, and then you'll see the profit takers step in, and then with the selling, the RSI needs to come back into a range between 30 and 70, which is what we're seeing. But the good thing is we're seeing higher highs and higher lows. So the sentiment in this stock is quite high, and because that 21-day EMA is trading above all 3 moving averages, that means we are in bullish territory. Now, that special dividend was something nobody expected, so that is really good to see from Torchlight that they'll be paying that out. As a shareholder, I'm really happy to see that, because not only will I get one equal share for one share that I hold of Torchlight Energy, not only will I get one share of the new company as well, but I'm also going to get paid a dividend for it. So what I've done is I have bought some more. So just like me, there are many other people as well that are invested in this and want to be more involved in this because of this special dividend payment. So people are picking up more shares. So with this choppy movement and volatile movement, we are setting higher highs and higher lows. Currently, the RSI is at 58. Now, this is where things get interesting when we move on to the 1-minute chart. So when we're on the 1-minute chart, you can see that the RSI is much more volatile on this 1-minute chart. So currently, with this, as you can see here, we were all the way up here. This is in the post market. We were up here around $6.18, and somebody sold shares and the RSI has dropped all the way to a low of 22. Now, whoever picked up these shares here at $5.58, they've got themselves an absolute bargain, because this is going to go back up. Potentially, by the end of this video, this might even change and go back up. But this stock has gapped up the last 3 days, every single day. Every 3 times it's gapped up. As you can see here in the post market on the 15th of June, it was all the way down here, and then when it gapped up, it went from literally around this $4.81, or maybe I can see a few green candles here, $5, all the way up to $5.43. So it keeps gapping up and is setting higher highs and higher lows. I'll zoom out a little bit more. So this is where things get interesting because you really do need to pay attention to the RSI when you look at this 1 minute chart, because the price has been so volatile in the last 3 trading days. It makes more sense to look at a zoomed in picture of this. Now, for anyone who wants to buy into this, definitely keep an eye out on that RSI, and I'll give you an example of why. So today, the price action today, on market open, we did shoot up. We saw $6.73 before a slight sell-off, and then we went back up to $6.73.74. Now, and at them 2 points, the RSI was pretty high. It was around this 65 mark. So the RSI was at 65. I think on open, the RSI went up to 79. So if somebody bought here when the RSI is at 79, it's already in overbought territory. But you would have picked up shares. If I just make this bigger, at this level here, at an RSI of 79 to 80, you would have picked up shares at $6.73. And immediately when that RSI corrects itself and goes back into a normal range, you would have seen your share price come down to a low of $5.72. So $6.70 down to a low of $5.72, you would have seen your share price go down by $1. And that is within minutes, because remember, this is the minute chart. This is the 1 minute chart. So anybody looking to buy into this, buy when that RSI is low. Now, a perfect example of this is over here. When you saw the low of the day, $5.32, $5.33 is coming in at, RSI was in an oversold state. It was at 1920. Now 1920 is oversold. Remember, anything over 70 is overbought, anything under 30 is oversold. So whoever bought at this moment here at $5.33, that is a perfect buy the dip opportunity. And then $5.33, by the end of the day, they saw the price go back up to around this $6 range, closed at $5.99. So you would have been 10-15% up just within a matter of hours. This is this is a 1 minute chart. So within half a day, within half a trading day, you would have seen yourself up 10 to 15%. So if anybody's looking to buy into this, to hold for that dividend payment, to hold for the new company that's being formed, just buy it when that RSI is in the oversold territory, or as close as in the oversold territory as possible. Don't be picking up these shares when it's in the overbought territory, because you will see an immediate drop. Now this person, there's this hypothetical person who would have bought at $6.72. They still wouldn't have seen the share price go back to that $6.72 range. So definitely keep an eye out on the RSI. On this 1 minute chart, RSI is at 47. It's post market. I'm gonna wait for the pre-market to open up tomorrow morning. We're gonna see this thing rocket higher. Hopefully, that is. So in the past few days, this has been very volatile, but as you can see, it is setting higher highs and higher lows. Definitely do only buy it on the dip, just to in a sense stay more profitable. Unless you're not bothered at all, then buy whenever you want. But the best way to play this is to buy it on the dip when we are in that oversold territory. And you can see this multiple times on this chart. Down here on the 15th of June, at market open, we went into the oversold territory. Somebody this hypothetical person, whoever bought it at $4.33, if somebody bought it then, perfect buy the dip. Within a matter of minutes, share price would have gone up to $5.31. Now, that's obviously for people who want to swing it. They could swing it within minutes. But if you wanted to hold it, still, for $4, around $4.30, and in the midday, you saw highs of $6.15. So you're coming up to nearly 50% gains. So that's why it's important to just buy it on the dip. And the dip is when that RSI drops into the oversold territory, because just like when it's overbought, when it corrects, you see that share price come down. Exactly the opposite in the oversold territory. When that RSI comes back up, that share price will come back up with it. So yeah, so we are setting higher highs and higher lows. 3 days, one gap up here, two gap up here, and there was one before that as well. We had a small gap up here as well. So a lot of sentiment in this stock, a lot of good sentiment, very, very bullish. A lot of people are interested in this dividend. A lot of people are picking up more shares. I myself picked up more shares. I picked up more shares around here when the RSI did drop, and then it still dropped further, and by the end of the day I was pretty much breaking even. Now, I did average up. I've been holding this stock since around February, so I got in at around the $4 range, and I've been holding it since, waiting for this merger to finalize. And finally, it has finalized, and they have announced their special dividend as well, which is why this is now absolutely rocketing higher, and I decided to pick up some more shares in this. So we're setting a series of higher highs, higher lows. If you do pick up more shares, remember to pick it up when the RSI is in that oversold territory. And on the hourly chart, that 21-day EMA is trading above all three moving averages, which is very, very bullish. Just be aware that on the hourly chart, when taking a look at the minute and hourly chart, if that hourly chart does go into that overbought territory with an RSI above 70, so currently on the hourly chart, the RSI is 58 down here. If that RSI does go above 70, you may see quite a bit of a sell-off. So it is worth taking a look at both of these hourly and minute charts to give you the best overall picture and the best way to play this stock. That's it for this video. If you appreciate that, drop the video a like, hit that subscribe button so I can keep bringing you more content, and I'll see you on the next one.